So starting over here, we have my vertical garden tower with my strawberries in it. I'm still getting quite a lot of berries off of this. Here's some down here. Here's a big one. And then I know there's another big one over here. I still have some of my romaine, but I'm going to pull it up soon because it's not doing the greatest. And I have kale, and down at the bottom I planted bell peppers, cayenne peppers, and jalapeno peppers. These are my other strawberry plants. I'm taking the runners and I'm trying to pot them up. I still need to plant that rosemary bush. Here's another runner that I'm trying to get to form roots. And then there is my last strawberry friend. And I also have some of his runners that I'm trying to pot up. Over here in this bin we have my carrots, which are doing really good. And then we have calendula, which is getting ready to bud. I already have one that's budded. I'll show you it in a minute. And then my sage is doing pretty good. I think I'm gonna harvest some of this soon and make a smudge stick. And then coming down over here, we have my Yukon gold potatoes, which are almost ready to harvest. I kind of got a little impatient and I dug down a little bit the other day. And there's one kind of popping up right here. I'm pretty excited about it. And you guys don't understand that it's like taking everything in my entire soul not to just go ahead and dig these up right now. But I'm gonna give them maybe another 2 weeks before I dig them up. Show you up here towards the front of the garden. Let's start over here at my signs. And then right behind my signs I've got some more calendula. These are the two that aren't doing the greatest. And then I have my lavender. I have a sage plant there, another sage plant there, and one kind of back there, and a chamomile. You can't really see it right there. And then we have all of my onions. There are a couple cloves of garlic here too. I don't know if they're gonna make it though. These onions are starting to get pretty big, which is exciting. And then down here, I've got my calendula that was open yesterday, but since it's so early in the morning right now, he's closed back up. He's got a few buds on him though. And this one is getting ready to open as well. I have another rosemary plant right there, more calendula along here. And then moving back this way, this is a stevia plant that I just got. I got 3 of them. I'm hoping to make my own sweeteners for like coffee and things. Oh, and I just noticed that he's kind of starting to flower. Right there. But yeah, that's my stevia. And then all throughout this area is still empty because I'm going to put my peppers here. My other peppers. I have some in the bottom of the grow tower. But I'm going to put the rest of them right here. And then along here, I just decided to plant a whole bunch more onions. They're still really small because I just planted them. And then the rest of this area through here is tomatoes. This row is my second year, the ones that I saved from last year. And then all of it over is Roma Tomatoes. And I'm starting to get a couple of nice little tomatoes growing. There's one there. And then there's one back here on this guy. If you can see it back in there. And I'm sure there's more that I just haven't seen yet. Pretty much all of the tomatoes are flowering though, which is good. We've got lots of flowers on these guys, which means we're about to get a lot of tomatoes. And then moving on back here to this last little area, I have this yellow squash, which you can see the tiniest little yellow squash on them down there. And then I have my watermelon starting to trail out this way, which is nice because I was hoping he would come out this way and not go into the garden. And then I have a piece of trash. This came off my blueberry bush. I need to put it back over there. Then I have 3 zucchini plants lined up along here. This guy is producing one little one. He's still quite a bit smaller than the other ones because I planted him a little bit later. This one has so far been my best one. I've got a really nice zucchini on him. Probably harvest that later today. And there's another little guy forming. And this zucchini, there's one, but I think something got to it because it's got a little scratch. So there are the zucchini. And then these are pinto beans. I had to re-sow all of my pinto beans yesterday because only 3 came up and they're not looking that great. I don't know why. Maybe I need to help them climb or something. Not really sure. But I re-sowed all of the pinto beans yesterday. Then I have 2 little kale plants hiding behind the zucchini that are doing pretty good. I still have all of my peppers in these little pots. I think these are all jalapeno. Over here I've got cayenne, and then back there I have bell. It's kind of a mess over here. And then right here I have more kale and some romaine, which is doing great. And then I have a lavender plant in here too because I'm about to harvest all of this and then probably pull them up for the year until fall. But I really like putting the lettuce and kale in these buckets. I tried 3 different areas of my garden. The grow tower, this, and then along the edge there. And I think they did the best in here. So I think this is going to be the area that I stick to, putting them in buckets like this. And then, oh, hang on, let me show you up here. I have my little bee house. And then I've got 2 sunflowers back behind here. And then my compost bin. I have some plants that I just didn't have space for, and I couldn't find anyone to take them, so I just put them in the compost, which is sad. He's got his little flower open. And then down here, I've got another bee house that I need to hang up on the fence. And then I have chamomile, another little sage. And then I've got these flowers. I think they were called Agula or Agila or something like that. And then over here is my herb garden. That's what I like to call it. So I have parsley. It's doing pretty good. And then I have basil here. And oregano. And then I have back here a bunch of cilantro. I'm gonna use for salsa. More chamomile and some also more parsley in there. And then sage. And then back behind the herb garden, I've got more sunflowers. So we had a windstorm come and it like knocked all of the sunflowers over completely flat. And I had to kind of prop him up with some stuff. But he seems to be doing well still. He's getting very big. This one doesn't look like it's doing too good. And then I have another one down this way that's not doing good at all. I don't know what's wrong with it. That one's kind of still knocked over from the storm, and then I have a couple more just down through there. And then right here is my blackberry bush. And it looks like I'm going to get the tiniest handful of blackberries if it'll focus. So we've got the tiniest little blackberries on here. And then he sprouted, that's on the one that he sprouted this year, I think. No, last year. Yeah, okay. If I can get him untangled. Alright, so there's this one. And then there's this little guy coming up. And then there's one back here that's like attacking my sunflower. And then right next to the blackberries, I have my blueberry bush. And we're starting to get quite a lot of blueberries. And then down below I have another stevia plant in here. I'll probably relocate it at some point, but I didn't have any pots, so I just threw it in here for now. And I have this blueberry bush that I kind of killed, but then brought it back to life a little bit. This was the one I had last year. And then I have this one that I also kind of am trying to bring back to life, but I don't know. Then I have another stevia plant in here. This is my other blackberry bush that is forming quite a few berries on him. There's also some on this branch, and then there's a few on this branch over here that haven't budded yet. This is the berry bush that I put in this year. And then over here are my peanuts. That are doing pretty good. So on top of my rain barrel, Everly left her head out here. But I just have a couple of mint plants. We have sweet mint and chocolate mint. They smell so good. I love just coming over here and smelling them. And here we have my lemon tree. And I was surprised to find out that it has little buds on it. I was not expecting it to flower or anything this year because I just bought it this year. But it has a few little buds on each branch. So I'm hoping that I'll get a couple of lemons off of this.